Asian female with raised serum calcium and alkaline phosphatase with a low phosphate, several episodes of renal colic, activates pelvis with light inclusion, associated with endocrine abnormality, likely meaning appearance is well-defined cortical lesion with no paracrine reaction. Female with raised serum calcium and alkaline phosphatase with low phosphate and several episodes of renal colic, so hyperparathyroidism. Then uh, it shows cyst brown tumor. So what are is well-defined cortical lesion with no paracrine reaction. Question number 88. Child fall and develop cyst and mandible traumatic mandibular cyst. Child fall and develop cyst and mandible traumatic mandibular cyst. Next. 89. A 22-year-old patient presents to casualty with reduced GCS and hypertension. She is visiting UK from abroad, and fellow backpackers in local youth hostel shared that he was complaining of abdominal pain early that year, severe abdominal venous sclerosis in both femur heads, and H-shaped quadruped penis spinal calcified was the most likely diagnosis. Sickle cell disease. Sclerosis, patient has sclerosis in both femoral heads with H-shaped quadruped. Diagnosis sickle cell disease. Sclerosis in both femoral heads and H-shaped quadruped and spinal spinal calcified. Diagnosis sickle cell disease. Sickle cell. Sickle cell disease. H-shaped quadruped seen in sickle cell disease. 190. 56-year-old woman presented with ankle deformity and was found to have reduced proprioception of his leg such that it was only minimally tender despite dislocation and marked bone destruction being visible on the radiograph. The possible underlying cause, Charcot-Marie-Tooth. Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease is associated with decreased sensitivity. So there is marked destruction on radiograph, but there is very minimally tender. Or it also shows shocking like exclusion of sensory loss in Charcot-Marie-Tooth. Question 91. 17-year-old male found to have 3 semi-lytic lesions surrounded by marks closed in the distal bypass of his right femur. She confirmed presence of nidus with matrix mineralization. There was no suspicion of other lesions. What is most likely diagnosed? Osteoblastoma. It appears just like osteoblastoma, 3 cm dorsal lesion, but is 3 cm or greater. Question number 92. A 50-year-old woman presents with mass on the plantar fracture of her right foot. Ultrasound revealed a oval-shaped lesion between the plantar portion of the metatarsal heads. MRI shows characteristics of lesion are low to intermediate signal intense on T1 and low signal on T2. Low on T1 and low on T2, most likely diagnosed Morton neuroma. Now there is mass in the plantar fracture of right foot and horizontal oval-shaped lesion between the plantar portion of the metatarsal heads. MRI characteristics of lesion are low to intermediate signal on T1. Diagnosis Morton neuroma. Question 93. Female neonate developed respiratory distress and radiograph of the chest shows a narrow chest with a very short ribs that do not extend beyond the anterior axillary line. Pilates spondyli with curved vertebral body and sharp curved femori and telephone receiver femur was described dysplasia, tenophoric dysplasia. Telephone receiver femurs are seen, tenophoric dysplasia. Telephone receiver femur are seen, tenophoric dysplasia. 94. Most common benign skeletal tumor associated with radiation is osteochondroma. Most common benign skeletal tumor associated with radiation is osteochondroma. 95. This 70-year-old woman with non-rheumatoid arthritis presented with right shoulder pain. An radiograph was performed. There was no history of trauma and secondary osteoarthritis was not thought to be a common feature. What feature would be typical? Tapered margin of distal clavicle. 95. 67-year-old woman with rheumatoid arthritis. So what feature will be typical? Tapered margin of distal clavicle. In rheumatoid arthritis, what feature will be typical? Tapered margin of distal clavicle. 96. 47-year-old woman sustained significant flexion injury cervical spine because of a high velocity road traffic accident. Her spine was immobilized and she was taken to the local trauma center for assessment. A lateral cervical spine radiograph revealed 50% anterior cyst of C4 and C5 and malalignment of the biceps joint. There was no suggestive rotator component injury. What type of injury is this? Bilateral phasal dislocation. On C-spine, there was 50% anterior cyst of C4 and C5 and a malalignment of the biceps joint, but there was no rotator component injury. What type of injury is this? Bilateral phasal dislocation. 97. An 19-year-old woman was investigated for positive and found to have calcium coagulation. What type of coagulation is most likely to have? Calcium navicular is the most common type of coagulation. 19-year-old woman with tartar coagulation. What coagulation is she most likely to have? Calcium navicular. 98, 26-year-old woman found to have a spread genital tumor in her proximal humerus. What is the most appropriate management? Biopsy, extended curettage, and packing and follow-up X-rays. Genital tumor in proximal humerus, most appropriate management? Biopsy, extended curettage, and packing and follow-up X-rays. 99, a 42-year-old patient was investigated for acute abdominal pain and had a CT. There were features of inflammatory bowel disease and an incisional finding of hemangioma in the L1 vertebra. Which part were most likely to be involved? Vertebral body. In hemangioma L1 vertebra, which part of the vertebra is most likely to be involved? Vertebral body. Question 100. A 46-year-old man with hemophilia A has a history of number of bleeds into the joint of his lower limb. Which feature is expected on imaging? Squared patella. In hemophilia A, what feature will be expected on imaging? Squared patella. Question number 101. A 19-year-old hockey player self-referred for physiotherapy for treatment of a long-standing knee problem. Recent radiograph had been reported there is flattening and cortical irregularity of the lateral surface of the medial femur condyle bilaterally. Subchondral cysts and subchondral cirrhosis are present. More marked on the right side. What is the most likely diagnosis? Osteochondritis dissecans. A bilateral medial femoral condyles are involved. A 19-year-old hockey player radiograph there is flattening and cortical irregularity of the lateral surface of the medial femur condyle bilaterally. Subchondral cysts and subchondral cirrhosis are also present, but marking on the right side. Most likely diagnosis: osteochondritis dissecans. It's seen in players, hockey players, runners. Question number 102. 16-year-old chronic smoker, 48-year-old common smoker recently diagnosed with bronchial carcinoma, presents with bilateral leg pain. A plain radiograph shows laminar bilateral reaction in bilateral tibia. Upon scan, diffuse increased uptake along the cortical margin of the tibial diaphysis. Most likely diagnosed hypertrophic osteoarthritis. As chronic smoker diagnosed bronchial carcinoma, the plain radiograph shows laminar bilateral reaction in the bilateral tibia, and on bone scan there is bilateral increased uptake around the cortical margin of the tibial diaphysis, which diagnoses hypertrophic osteopathy. In 103, 10-year-old baby referred for hip ultrasound as the clinical examination has revealed a quality right hip. Requiring primary reassurance for normal hip joint. Alpha angle greater than 60 is normal. Alpha angle greater than 60 and beta angle should be less than alpha angle normal greater than 60 and beta angle less than 55. Alpha angle greater than 60 and beta angle less than 55 is normal. Next, question 104. Pelvic radiograph of a young woman reveals bilateral symmetrical triangular areas of subchondral cirrhosis on the inferior side of the left side of the joint. The joint faces are normal and the joint margin is well defined. There is no evidence of bone or joint that is some elsewhere. What is most likely diagnosed? Osteochondritis dissecans ilii. Pelvic radiograph of a young woman reveals bilateral symmetrical triangular areas of subchondral cirrhosis on the inferior side of the iliac side of the joint. Joint faces are normal and the joint margin is well defined. No evidence of bone or joint disease elsewhere. Most likely diagnosed osteochondritis ilii. Question 105. Pain radiograph of the femur performed for pain reveals a centrally located loosened lesion in the medulla with a partly calcified matrix. The point favor diagnosis of chondrosarcoma and chondroma, deep endoscleral scalloping. Which favors diagnosis of chondrosarcoma or chondroma, deep endoscleral scalloping. Question 106. 24-year-old sedentary male office worker presents with 2-month history of heel pain. A radiograph demonstrates a well-defined lateral lesion in the scalpinium. This produces mild expansion and serial scalloping and has a central ossified nodule. Underlying the lesion is high signal on T1 and T2, most likely diagnosis in lipoma. Now, lesion calcaneum and then high signal on T1 and T2, most likely diagnosis in ulceration lipoma. 107. Stipple epiphysis and growth retardation seen in hypothyroidism. Stipple epiphysis and growth retardation are seen in hypothyroidism. 108. Adolescent male complaining of pain and swelling of right knee joint. On imaging, you are surprised to diagnose of pigmented villonodular synovitis. What imaging feature is most characteristic of this condition? Low signal masses in all pulse sequence on MRI. Low signal on T1, T2, and steer sequence in the knee joint is seen in pigmented villonodular synovitis. Low signal masses on T1, T2, and steer sequence of MRI knee joint seen in pigmented villonodular synovitis. 109. 109. Patient Purbelly syndrome. 5-year-old baby presents with abnormal wall with leakage of fluid, positive for urine. X-ray abdomen shows diathesis of sympathetic fluids, diathesis of sympathetic fluids, right altered aphasia. The most likely diagnosis is bladder extrophy. 5-year-old child with abdomen wall leakage of fluid positive for urine. Actually, abdomen should discharge by pubis, and for child also have perispardia. Most likely diagnosis is repair extrophy. Question number 110. Renal plus musculoskeletal manifestation should have hypothyroidism. Renal plus musculoskeletal manifestation should have hypothyroidism. 111. Soft tissue calcium skin hardening and dysphagia, scleroderma. Soft tissue calcium skin hardening and dysphagia, scleroderma. Number 112. Patient came in with pain in shoulder joint, anterior dislocation. Patient came in with pain in shoulder joint, diagnosed anterior dislocation. 113. 6-year-old boy presented with right side limp a few weeks duration. He is apraxial. The point is the earliest live sign of diagnosis of prosthesis subcondylucency, which is the earliest radiographic sign that was suggested diagnosis of prosthesis of the hip subcondylucency. And 14. A patient with pain in the second head of metatarsal normal but full phase MRI with high signal fibrosis. A patient with a pain in the second metatarsal normal blood full phase MRI with high signal on the second metatarsal head, diagnosis fibrosis. 115. Most sensitive for radiograph of birth size, fluid and subcapsular space. Most sensitive for radiograph of birth size, fluid and subcapsular space. 116. A medullary lesion filling the whole of the table typewriter with no significant bone erosion is permeative. P. A medullary lesion filling the whole of the table typewriter with no segment bone erosion to diagnose is permeative lesion.